You think you're in control when you walk into a store. You've got your list, your budget, your willpower. But here's the thing that's going to mess with your head. You're not the customer. You're the product being optimized. And the scariest part? You have no idea it's happening. I used to think I was smart about money. I'd walk into Target for toilet paper and somehow leave with a cart full of stuff I needed. And I'd beat myself up about it. Weak willpower, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. The truth is, every single thing in that store, from the music to the smell to where they put the milk, is designed by teams of psychologists whose job is to hack your brain and make you spend money you didn't plan to spend. They know more about how your mind works than you do. And the worst part? We blame ourselves for it. We think we're weak, impulsive, bad with money. But what if I told you that billion-dollar corporations are literally using psychological warfare against your wallet, and you never even knew you were in a battle? How stores secretly hack your brain. Here's what nobody tells you. Retail psychology is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Companies spend more money figuring out how to manipulate your buying behavior than most countries spend on education. Think about that for a second. You walk into a grocery store, and within 3 seconds, they've already started messing with your head. The shopping carts are getting bigger every year. Not because we need more stuff, but because larger carts make us feel like we haven't bought enough. It's called the shopping cart effect, and it increases spending by an average of 19%. The music isn't random either. Slow music makes you walk slower and spend 38% more time in the store. Fast music during busy hours moves you along when they want turnover. They're literally controlling your pace with sound waves. And those random sales, the buy one, get one deals, they're not clearing inventory. They're triggering loss aversion, the psychological principle that makes you feel like you're losing money by not buying something. Your brain can't tell the difference between a real deal and manufactured urgency. The invisible problem is this. You think your purchases are conscious decisions, but most of them happen in your subconscious before you even realize you want something. The hidden science controlling your purchases. The science behind this is actually insane. Your brain has 2 systems running the show. System 1 is your impulsive side. Fast, emotional, automatic. It sees something shiny and instantly says, I want that. System 2 is your more logical, deliberate self. It plans, budgets, and thinks things through. But when you enter a store, you're stepping into a psychological war zone designed to exhaust System 2 and hand full control over to System 1. Look around next time you shop. Ever notice how expensive items sit perfectly at eye level? That's no accident. It's called shelf psychology. Your eyes naturally scan horizontally first, so premium products are placed right where you're most likely to grab them. Cheaper options? Buried lower, forcing you to physically work to even notice them. And the smells? They're not just nice, they're strategic. Studies show that vanilla scents increase spending on indulgent items, while fresh bread smells pumped through grocery stores trigger comfort and hunger cues, even if no bread is being baked. Abercrombie's signature cologne? It's not about branding. It's engineered to create emotional associations that bypass your rational mind entirely. But it gets even crazier. Some high-end stores now use eye-tracking technology to monitor exactly where your gaze lingers. They study your pupils, your micro-movements, and then rearrange the store layout based on what captured your attention longest. They're literally optimizing the store in real time, using your biology against you to increase profit margins. And let's not forget loyalty programs. You think you're saving money. In reality, you're feeding them detailed behavioral data. When you shop, what you buy, how often, even how susceptible you are to discounts. They know more about your spending habits than you do. You're not just a customer. You're a living, breathing data point, constantly analyzed, constantly targeted. How I discovered the manipulation game. I learned all of this the hard way. I was 28, making decent money, trying to save for a down payment on my first house. On paper, everything should have worked, but every month I was somehow broke. I couldn't figure it out. I wasn't buying yachts or luxury watches, just normal stuff. Groceries, tech, little things here and there. But the numbers didn't lie. So I did something most people never do. I started tracking every single purchase for 90 days. What I found shocked me. Grocery trips I planned to cost $50 were hitting $120. A quick run to Best Buy for a $10 charger turned into a $200 shopping spree because I might need a new speaker. Amazon would suggest things and I'd click Buy Now without thinking twice. Thousands of dollars were bleeding out of my account from these tiny, seemingly harmless impulse buys. But once I started paying attention, I saw the patterns. The way Starbucks places pastries right at your eye level while you wait in line. How Target's bright red color scheme isn't just branding. It's designed to create urgency and excitement. Even gas stations, they stick snacks and drinks between you and the register because they know you're vulnerable right before checkout. The moment everything clicked was painful, but freeing. I wasn't weak. I wasn't bad with money. I was being manipulated. These companies weren't just selling products. They were using teams of experts to separate me from my cash without me even noticing. It wasn't a fair fight. I was bringing a stick to a psychological gunfight. But once I saw the game, I couldn't unsee it. And from that moment, everything changed. Simple hacks to outsmart consumer traps. Alright, so how do you actually fight back? The first rule: never shop when you're hungry, tired, stressed, or emotional. Those are the exact moments your brain's logical system too is offline, and stores are counting on that. Always make a shopping list, but don't just write what you need. Next to each item, write why you need it. Instead of just milk, write milk, we ran out. This tiny step activates your rational brain and makes impulse buys feel more obvious when they pop up. If you're about to buy something over $50 that you didn't plan for, use the 24-hour rule. Take a photo, walk away, sleep on it. If you still want it tomorrow, fine. But most of the time, you'll forget you even wanted it. In grocery stores, shop the perimeter first. That's where the real food is. The center aisles, psychological minefields, and always grab the smallest cart or basket you can. The bigger the cart, the more your brain wants to fill it. And here's a weird one: pay with cash whenever possible. Swiping a card feels painless, but handing over actual cash triggers the pain of payment in your brain, making you think twice before spending. The ultimate weapon is awareness. Every time you feel urgency or excitement to buy something, pause and ask yourself, is this my choice? Or am I reacting to their strategy? That moment of awareness is where you take your power back. Take back control of your spending. Look, I'm not saying become a paranoid person who never enjoys shopping. I'm saying become someone who spends money intentionally instead of being psychologically manipulated into spending it. The crazy thing is, once you understand these tricks, shopping becomes almost fun in a weird way. You start noticing all the psychological manipulation attempts, and instead of falling for them, you feel like you're dodging bullets in the Matrix. Your bank account will thank you, but more importantly, you'll feel back in control of your own decisions. And that feeling of not being someone else's psychological puppet, that's worth more than whatever they were trying to sell you. The stores aren't going to stop using these tactics. They work too well, but you can stop falling for them. Knowledge is your best defense against manipulation. Here's what I want you to do. Next time you go shopping, pay attention to one psychological trick we talked about. Just one. Notice how they're trying to influence your behavior. Then comment below and tell me what you spotted. Let's turn the tables and start studying them instead of letting them study us. And if this opened your eyes like it did mine, share it with someone who needs to hear it. We're all fighting the same psychological battle. We might as well fight it together.